What's going on, guys? Major League Shooter here. I want to address a question that people ask all the time when they're purchasing a firearm and everything like that. They always ask the typical question, do I need a loaded chamber indicator on my gun? You don't need one, in my opinion. But it's always better to have it just to get that little extra level of reassurance, right? So people often, make the argument, you should pressure check your pistol before you even leave the house, before you're out there, where a possibility of something might happen. Granted, I understand that argument 100%. My Glock 19 stays loaded 99.9% of the time in the holster and everything, and it's my workhorse, it's the one I have on me all the time. But, and I do check it before I leave, but every once in a while I just need that little extra level of reassurance, so I'll feel on the extractor, because the extractor pops out a little bit when there's a round in the chamber. So yeah, having that little extra level of reassurance is always better than to not have it. You don't want to be playing around doing pressure checks on, your guns in your car or whatever, outside, when there's a firearm in the chamber. So the last thing you want to be doing is playing with the hot gun, right? So do I like loaded chamber indicators? I actually do, quite frankly. This shield that I bought from California, I should state that, because the better shields, I guess you can say, don't have the little loaded chamber indicator, but this one does. It has the little words right here. It says loaded when up, which I think is unnecessary for the words to be up there, but because it comes up and it shows the little red tab on it, and I think that's sufficient. However, it is better to have it than not have it, especially if you want to check and make sure that there's a round in the chamber. Your traditional loaded chamber indicators are like this, where it'll have like a little red tab saying that it's loaded. Some of them have a little hole right there on top of the between the barrel, the chamber portion of the barrel and the slide, so you can actually just look down there and make sure that there's a round in the chamber. Some, like the Beretta, have a little locking block right here, where once the round is in the chamber, it pops up a little bit so you can actually see if there's a round in the chamber. Or, like I said, the Glocks have the little extractor right here. When there's no round in the chamber, it just stays down. But when there's a round in the chamber, it pops up a little bit. So, am I against loaded chamber indicators? Not in any sense of the word. People, like I said, are faulty. We forget things. Sometimes you want that little extra level of reassurance to know whether or not there's a round in the chamber. So yes, I actually am quite fond of the fact that certain guns have loaded chamber indicators. And something like the XD has a little hole right here in the back, so when you rack it back, the little nipple, I guess you can say, stays back on the back of the slide. So you can actually see that the slide is racked back, which is ready to shoot. Or excuse me, the striker is back and ready to shoot. So there's different kinds of loaded chamber indicators, but quite frankly, I don't dislike them. Just that plain and simple. I don't dislike them. I think every gun should have some sort of mechanism to, so you can have that little extra level of reassurance, even if it's just a little hole so you can look down in there and see if there's a round in the chamber. It doesn't do anything with the integrity of the firearm itself. So, yeah, I'm actually quite fond of them. I think more guns should be coming out with loaded chamber indicators, but that's just me, of course. I definitely want to hear what you guys want to say in terms of this. So if you guys are in favor of loaded chamber indicators or against them, I want to know your rationale. Keep it civilized, of course. Put it down in the comments box down below. And thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe. I definitely always appreciate that. So go ahead and do that. Share the video if you guys want. And definitely follow me on my social media, especially if you have any questions. My social media, a lot of my followers here on YouTube have contacted me before. And it's a good thing. I like talking to people, you know what I mean? But if you guys want to contact me, that's the best way to do it. So definitely, do that. That does it for this video. Like I said, leave your comments in the comments box down below. God bless you, and God bless America.